Hi, I'm Aaron Heiser with Maker's Leather Supply, and I'm going to give a real quick down and dirty. We're going to antique a little bit of tooled leather. A lot of people really struggle with this, and I've done it in some of my longer videos as part of a larger project, but I don't think I've ever done a video where I just sat down and antiqued something really quick so that folks could see what we were going to do. I'm going to use two products for this. One of them is Fiebing's Pro Resist. I usually get the big bottles because, well, over time I'll use it all. And then the other one is Fiebing's Antique Paste. Comes in several different colors. There's even a neutral color that you can add acrylic paint to and make it whatever color you want. Sheridan brown is my favorite color, but for this project it doesn't really fit. It's kind of a reddish brown and I need a brown. Anyway, I'm using light brown in this one. First thing I'm going to do, I have a lightly dampened sponge here. Let's get down to the leather. I'm going to put the Pro Resist on, okay? And some of this is going to be done off camera, but I'm going to put on a real nice little coating of it. Just getting it all over my sponge, which, like I said, was lightly dampened just with water. And I'm going to wipe it on, okay? You may see that I've got some blue tape on this on the back of this leather. The reason is because when I antique, this stuff's going to get everywhere, and I don't want it on the back of my leather because this piece is not going to be lined. So that'll keep the back of it clean so that it doesn't have brown spots all over it when I'm done. So I put it on one, now I'm putting it on the other, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about 15 minutes. It'll be dry to the touch. And when it is, I'm going to put another coat on, and then I'm going to leave it for quite a while. Generally, I tell people to leave it overnight so it can cure, kind of like painting your car. But I don't have that kind of time today, so I'm going to put it out in the hot warehouse under a fan, and yeah, just know that it will be thoroughly dry by the time we come back and do the antiquing. But again, 2 coats, wait quite a while, and that's how you get a good base to start your antiquing. Alright, and we're back. This stuff dried a little over an hour, I guess, out in the warehouse. Again, I really like to let it set up a lot longer than that, but time is of the essence today. So, again, I have my light brown antique finish from Fiebing's. It's real muddy looking pasty stuff. And I've got this scrap of sheep's wool here. If you don't have a scrap of sheep's wool, what I used to use forever is an old towel. I would just take an old towel and cut off 3-inch squares. And I mean, one towel lasts a long time when you're using 3-inch squares. So anyway, but I want something nice and porous that's going to get lots of this crap down into these the cracks and crevices and tooling here, okay? And then to wipe it off, I just have regular old paper towels. There's nothing on them. I do have a spray bottle of water here because when there's some stubbornness that it doesn't want to come off, I just lightly, very lightly spray that paper towel, and then it usually gets the rest of that stuff off. So I'm going to do one of these straps for you here. All I do is get a nice healthy dose of it on my rag, kind of wipe it everywhere here. See why we taped up the back of this thing? Okay, and I want it all over the whole thing, just everywhere, okay? And I'm really going to try to rub it into the tooling and stuff. I'm just making a mess. Maybe that's why I like this stuff so much. You get to make a mess, okay? But time is of the essence. I do not want the antique to sit on the leather all that long, really, okay? I want it in there good, but I don't want it to sit on there very long, because on the areas that are smooth, I need to wipe it right back off. Okay, and if I let it sit on there forever, it won't wipe off as easily. So there we are, nice big muddy mess, right? I'm gonna take paper towels, just fold them up here, and magic. Okay. And there's your desired effect right there. I'm going to rub it just a little bit more in some areas. but for the most part, that's exactly what I want. Now on this project, I use the Basic 7 tools. It's a class project that we're about to take and teach a bunch of folks how to make this. But anyway, I say that to say I used a pear shader and a beveler that were smooth. And generally, I like to use checkered bevelers and pear shaders. And then a lot more of the antique would have stayed in there. But since I used a smooth one, not so much. So, still looks great. Still has the desired effect. There it is. You can put another top coat on it, such as the Pro Resist again, or something like that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what the final application is of the leather I'm doing. So, again, I'm Aaron Heiser, Maker's Leather Supply, and this has been your Down and Dirty on doing some antiquing. Thanks.